Very interesting young lady. Her name is Edna Frimpong, and you probably would know her as the Shoemaker Girl. Yes, look up her brand Ahofade. She makes very lovely shoes. We had a very interesting conversation about her journey to becoming a shoemaker. In fact, she talked about how her dad has been a shoemaker her whole life. She has helped her dad many times as a young person, and after school, after graduating with a BA in communications and PR, she still thought that she could make a business out of making shoes. So Edna decided to set up her own business. Now, in our conversation, I actually wondered why Edna didn't rather expand her dad's business, so that they kind of work together. Her response was interesting. Edna thought that she's not a fan of family businesses because it was quite difficult working with her dad. In fact, I'd want you to listen to just a snippet of the conversation that I had with Edna. And when we are done, I'll ask you a question.
I don't like family business that much. Family's business is business.
For somebody who's made a business out of a father's
but
skill.
you need to be disciplined. If not, you won't get anything. And that's
But I thought that maybe you would want to rather co-opt your dad.
I was, but you see, Lexis, he's not. He's a grown up, and I don't want to step on toes, and I don't want to lose my blessings. So sometimes you need to.
How do you mean?
Sometimes work ethics. So he's in another generation. We're in a new generation. Now, let's say if you buy a shoe and the shoe is not that popular like the one I'm wearing, you won't take it. You get it? So you have a way. We also have, the Gen Zs or whatever. We have our own way of doing things and all that. And we can still do business in having old, weird mentality still. We need to change things. So, you see, like Bible says, can two work together unless they agree.
And you didn't agree with your dad?
I didn't agree with you when it comes to business. But I only agree with him when it comes to family.
I'm trying to understand where the disagreement is.
It was just business ethics. That's all. Sometimes we need to delay on orders, people's work, and all that. And so it's all about work. People's work is not done well. Complaints, excuses, and all that.
From your dad?
Yeah, and he said a grown man. So I don't want to disturb him a lot. So, okay, Dad, you do your own thing. I also do my own thing. At least you have a skill. You can work from it, and you're okay. And it was a peaceful agreement. It was not a big deal.
Okay, so that's the conversation, a bit of the conversation that I had with Edna on Personality Profile on Thursday. You can get onto our YouTube page or our Facebook page and look up this conversation. It was a very interesting one. But let's focus on this family business bit. So I had a conversation with a few people afterwards. We're talking about the whole topic, and it looks like a lot of people don't like working with family. A lot of people think that it's quite difficult working with family, so they would rather actually, work with people, well, should I call them strangers or people who are not family, direct family. Some recounted how they've been burned by their own family members. And sometimes because of the family lines and how blurred they are, you're unable to instill discipline or even reprimand your cousin or your auntie or something. They are your subordinate, and you need to punish them for something, or you can't do all of those things because they are family. And some recounted how even when there's a problem, some other family members will come in and say, oh, we there and stuff like that. So people recounted interesting things and how it's tough working with family. Is that a case for you? How do you go about it? Some there's that school of thought that will suggest that, look, if you have family members who are skilled and you can employ them, it makes the family, bond better. It's better for the family that, members of the family come together, do some business. It keeps the inflows in the family and all of those things. You look out for your family members and all, and think that people should find a way of working with their families. I'm just curious, what are your thoughts about it? Have you had any experiences? Would you employ your family members? Have you employed your family members, and is it working well for you? Are they looking out for you as much as you expected, or it's tougher working with family? Give me a call, 0302216541. You can send me a WhatsApp message as well on 055 Family businesses. Is this something you will do or you would not do that? This is our conversation this afternoon on our drive chat. Let's hear what your thoughts are. Have you done business with a family member before? How did it go? Did it go the way you expected? Was it difficult managing family members? And there are also those who don't want too much of family interference in their business, so they would rather not even employ family members. Well, where do you stand in this? Let's hear your thoughts. 0302216541. You can call me or you can send me a WhatsApp message on 055 Have you employed a family member before? Have you given them business before? How did it go for you? Was it a good transaction? Or some folks took advantage of the fact that you're a family member? Zero 0302216541. You can WhatsApp me on 055 And our first friend is here. Hello.
Hi, Lexis.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you, my dear. What's your name?
D.
Say that again.
D.
D. Okay, D.
Yeah.
All right, D. You're welcome.
Thank you, Lexis. Lexis, this matter, eh? Lexis, my mom was running a business and she fell ill.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister happened to be living with her. And Lexis, by the time my auntie was leaving, the business had run down completely. Completely. So me, I've learned my lesson. There's no way, 0%.
But do you have an idea why the business was run down?
I believe they were using the proceeds from the business for other purposes. Because my siblings and I ended up not getting anything from them, proceeds-wise. And it's a rental business, so it's not something you tell me you were plowing back into the business or anything. There were really no employees to be paying, so, I mean, it didn't make sense for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this was very close family who were supposed to be managing it.
Yes, my mom's younger sister.
And you've decided that you would never employ any family member.
Lie.
Hey. I see. But
yeah.
wasn't it probably the individual involved and not necessarily the fact that, family, the whole concept of family businesses
My dear. Once bitten, twice shy. No.
Okay, D. Thank you so much. All right. 0302216541. And that's D's experiences. She says she's never going to, involve family in her business. What about you? Let's hear you. 0302216541. Kofi Donko is asking, please, is managing your spouse family business? Celestine, come here. Come and listen. Come and listen to this one. Okay. 0302216541. Let's hear you. I think we've got a friend here. Hello.
Hello, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good by God's grace. And you?
I'm very well, thank you. What's your name?
I'm Lawrence.
All right, Lawrence, talk to me.
Okay. This is actually not my experience, but then someone that I know, actually, she employed a relative of hers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the auntie's son.
Mm-hmm.
The guy ended up ruining the business to an extent that they didn't even have electricity bills to pay. The money to pay electricity bills, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this business I know such business. I'm also into it. There is no way you run that low. But then the woman ended up folding the business up, and it's quite sad. They are pensioners, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The woman and the husband, they are pensioners. So it has taught me one thing: not to engage relatives in such business matters.
Wow. So you have also decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I have decided not to because of the experience that I've seen with that woman.
Yeah.
It's quite sad. Now they are pensioners; they are just depending on their pension. Meanwhile, it was a very viable business.
Yeah.
A very, very viable business.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing as well.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see who's here. Hello.
Hello, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm okay. Thank you. Talk to me.
Yeah, Lexis. In fact, family in business, no way.
Why? Why do you say that?
Lexis, I don't know. I don't know why sometimes it is very disheartening. You trusting the people, giving them the nod to champion a cause for the betterment of the entire family, and the thing probably you are the most stupid person to ever give them the opportunity. And attitude towards work, they basically they just want your downfall. I just can't tell. And sincerely, for me, no. I ain't going to. It's been to the extent even my kids know. It's very disheartening.
In your
the
case,
experience over the years has been very, very tough. And so this day, some family members we end in good terms, not talking to each other because their kids came to provide a service, and along the line, because of the attitude, were laid off. Their parents, being aunties and uncles, have taken the whole thing like a world war to the extent that as we speak today, we end in talking terms. And probably we are good to go.
Wow.
So for family, no way.
So even as you speak, you're not on talking terms. Even as you speak, you're not on talking terms with them.
No. Yeah.
Do you plan on fixing that relationship beyond business, or you
we,
want to?
We have planned, but it's like when you are the one experiencing the pain and the itch. So probably we have tried our best to be in talking, but since they are not ready to do that. Probably I don't owe them anything. Neither do they give me anything. So probably they should take their way and also take my way. I don't care if we meet at family meetings. Those things we say hi, but apart from that, no.
Hey, interesting. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see who's here too. Hello.
Hello, Lexis.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. Good evening.
Good evening, and let's hear you.
I heard what the lady who interviewed said about the father and the family business.
Yeah.
And I must say you, I was not impressed.
Okay.
You see, all of us come from a family. The way we are doing, we can't do it with our family, we can't do it with our family. You ask yourself, are these people from the sky? Is this business your father had that used to make you before you become what you are? You need to see how to guide your father so that the family can have control over the business. Our problem with not doing business with our family is not that we don't. Even Africans to come together and do business with one another, we find it difficult because we don't trust ourselves. It's not only family issue. Because your family is your family. If everybody run away from the family, how can most of the companies in this world that are great, they are family businesses? Why we can't be honest and see our weaknesses, talk on it and see how to grow and trust one another? Everybody is saying, oh, me, I can't do anything with my family. I can't do anything with my family. Who can you do something with? How can people trust if you don't trust people? We had to change our mentality small on how we work. That is why our family bonds are not more dear. We don't have regard for our family.
I see.
family is a small heaven on earth. We don't need to be playing with our family the way we are playing on it. Oh, my family there, I can't do anything. My family this, my family that. It is not the best for us. We should see what we can do. That lady, her talks about the father, his old man, his mentality, I feel because they born you today, the brain of old people are red, today's phone is green. No! There are still old people who are very articulate. I am an entrepreneur. I produce quality work, and when you see it, my boy of 25 years cannot tell me anything because I believe in doing something. Then you see it, you admire it. Speak to your father. There are some things your father know in that business today you don't know because experience, they don't tell it in the market. See how we come to, Dad, be here. Let me be in front. You will be on guiding. Let me be the one who will be ahead to do this. Build family. Let us, we Africans in particular, there's a problem we have, Lexis.
You think it's an African problem, eh?
Yes. See, even somebody who is selling small store now to join with you, that they'll find it. But big companies, Coca-Cola, Europeans can join together. Big companies believe themselves, but our 2 city business is difficult for us to come together. You know why? We have corrupt mind. We know we can cheat. So everybody is hearing it. Even if you speak the most truth in you, the other person might not believe.
I see.
Let us have regard for family.
You know,
family is something you cannot play over.
You know, while you spoke, I was actually thinking about, some of the family businesses in Ghana, for example. You have a lot of, let's say, Lebanese family businesses, Asian family businesses and whatnot in Ghana. And most of them are like family, like children, cousins, and whatnot, and they thrive. So I don't know. It's interesting you mentioned that it's an African mentality, but I just had to share that.
Yeah, but you see, it's 1 out of 10, and look at those ones. See, they are progressing. Are they not progressing? Are they not? Let us have regard for family, Lexis. Family is one very important thing that though we are young, we are old, we don't need to play over it.
Right. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this, yeah? All right. 0302 216541. You can also send me a WhatsApp message on 055 Hello?
Hello, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you?
What's watching from?
All right. Let's hear you.
I agree with the guy who just spoke right now. It's the mentality of Africans. I am a father and I open a company and have I'll give birth of first boys. I will tell them that my first boys, one will be the manager, one will go to accountant, one will be my company lawyer, one will be my farmer. Plan that and arrange them. You be here, and your family, your business will grow. And they said, you are doing this part, do it well. Do it well. Yeah, that is what we're supposed to do. I say we can't do it. We can't do it. Your brother, you can't work with your brother. So who can work with you? Your own brother, you can't work with him. And you are saying, I can't work with my family. Oh no, we should trust ourselves. The trust is not there.
Okay.
We have corrupted our mind too much. Why can't you work with your brother? And I said I copy a company, have 4 boys, and I can train them to become something. Not in this, the media houses. One of them are not, their children is working for them. If they are trained, their children to work for them. He said, no, I should not go and pay different person from outside. You see, teach children to know something. Let your children know you can fit this one.
Okay.
You see, and trust yourself and trust your child.
Okay, thank you so much, Oti Boateng. Now, this here says Lexus. My brother wanted a new iPhone, and my cousin was into buying and swapping phones. So my brother thought, my cousin will be a cool plug. No fake phones here and there. This is how he gave my cousin money plus money from his girlfriend because she also thought it was a good deal. No phones, no money, and my brother had to even find money to pay his girlfriend back. Ekakwa. Family and business, no. Please tell the man who just spoke that the mentality in Africa is against it. In Africa, the elderly is always right, regardless. So they always take offense, no matter how you try to tell them nicely to do it right. But Europeans, he's referring to, the elderly have the guts to take corrections and take it objectively. Okay. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Hello? Oh, lost this one. 0302 Nanayao says, Lexis, let's not take this conversation far. There are family businesses here in Ghana that have collapsed. They were Ghanaian family businesses, unlike the Lebanese businesses here in Ghana that are thriving. Global Haulage and the Royal Bank, where are they today? Melcom is doing so well. The Ghanaian mindset, I'm always amazed by that. And that's from Nanayao. Okay. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
My name is Louis from Accra.
Okay, let's hear you.
All right. For the sake of this conversation, I won't mention the company in which I'm working in.
Okay.
But the entire company started on the low. Now it's a group of companies.
Mm-hmm.
And every aspect of the group, I mean the other ones that were born from the starting point, they've been occupied by the owner's children. So you hear this branch being headed by this, that branch being headed by that, and it has become a family business. And if I mention the company's name, it's a very big company in Ghana here, and it has been handled by a family. So I think I agree with I think some two earlier callers that it's all about trust and integrity.
Okay.
If in Africa, in Ghana, we can just know that this is a business, we need to do it and do it right, and then stick to the ethics. I think it can work out. But sincerely, it's difficult working with family. But it's all bound to honesty and then sincerity when it comes to doing everything and living everyday life. So I think that is the point.
Right.
I think that is the point.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this as well. Yeah. All right. Lexis, employing your family member into your business is like lending money to some of them. They have the perception that you are well-to-do. Therefore, if they default in payment, it won't be a problem. My lady had a wig business and gave some to her sister to sell at her workplace. And after 3 or 4 years, she's still waiting to receive her money. The stories she's been telling her can pass for a Nigerian movie. Interesting. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Lexis.
Bro, what's your name?
My name is Leo.
Leo, talk to
calling
me.
from Ayumensa.
Talk to me, bro.
Lexis, in fact, you just reminded me of a sorrowful event I had some 3 years ago. That was, I think, 2021. I ran this event management service, and a cousin came around and said, I should help him with his mother-in-law's funeral or something. Lexis, I gave him my all because I said, it's family. He told me, he will pay everything, settle everything. Lexis, after a tedious job and all the expenses and everything, this guy just looked in my face. He didn't even give me half the amount. He gave me like 1/4.
Hey.
Just telling me that, Bushian, this is your contribution. I was like, dude, this is not my contribution, because I've involved other people, I've involved waiters, I have brought in teams to come and help and make sure that your mother's in-law funeral is on point. Lexis, after that day, I told myself, personally, I would not handle any family funeral or program again. If they want, I would rather recommend and rather be myself a contractor than to handle that program.
I see.
So family, especially service, when you're doing service delivery, it's sad.
Wow, that's a very, very hard experience.
It was December, actually Christmas.
Yeah.
I had to even borrow to pay back some of the vendors I used.
So what's your relationship like with this family member?
Oh, well, after that, funny enough, we but we are not really on that. He knows he can't call me for a program again.
Yeah.
And he will even recommend me or even give me a job for me to do later. Nothing. He's just quiet on it. That's it.
That's more. Thank you for sharing, yeah?
Thank you, Leg.
All right. 0302-216-541. Hello?
Yeah, Lexis.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm okay. Thank you. Let's hear you.
Yeah. So, just like where the guy left off, that is it. They take you for granted. Now, but the reason is that, you see, most of the time when we are going to these family businesses, we don't sit down to talk about it, plan it before we enter into it. Oh, he's my brother. Let him just come and help me. And sometimes that brother comes to help you. You don't give him what ideally you would have given to the outsider. So he follows you around and all that. Oh, so where are you? So you just be giving him tips and all that. But he has to survive.
Yeah.
He must know that where I am working is a serious place. If I don't do well, they will fire me. All those conditions should be stated. Once you are in business, all those conditions should be stated. The people we are praising, the Lebanese and all that, you see them. They are working together, and after everything, they will have to sit down and balance their sheets. They do it regularly. But then if you say, oh yeah, he's my brother, so let me have a rental company. Let him just go and handle it. You don't supervise, you don't audit, you don't do anything. You don't pay him the correct salary. You begin to misbehave. And so when you turn the coins, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you give him everything, then he comes back to tell that, oh, he's my big brother. Even when I misbehave, he will not do anything. So it is a complex issue. But then we have to sit down and then plan it very well. What am I expecting at the end of the deal before we go into it? So when I sack you, all those things are evidence that this is and that this and this and that you have done. That is why you are going. So family business is a tricky one. You just don't jump into it like that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this. It's been quite a revealing conversation this evening here on our drive chat. Family businesses. I mean, you think that, we're family, so hey, why not? After all, we're family. But, well,